I'm just gonna say it. This is gonna be one of the best tours you have ever seen on YouTube. This is the 28th van we have built, and it's our family van layout. So let's go in for a tour. First things first, this is a 2022 170 extended Mercedes Sprinter 3500, so it has the dualies in the back. Right up front, this is my favorite feature, so we're just gonna talk about the seat. We've been using the seat for years, but it's on this swivel base. So when you get somewhere, you can swivel this off to the side like it is right now, and it just opens up this whole space, and especially the walkway going to the back of the van. So we absolutely love this. And then the driver's seat does swivel around as well, so you kind of have your hangout area up here. Now we decided to not do a table. This is a van for us because normally we have car seats here. And so, with swiveling it, we may end up doing a floor mount one here. Above that, we have a little bit of storage with this upper cabinet, and we have all of our stuff in here. We're going on a trip today, so we're pretty much packed up in here. We've got towels, toys for the boys, just extra stuff up here. And then our headliner shelf, which is a great place to store window covers. And of course, I just have to mention our good friend Scott, his company, The Wonderful. These are the window covers for the back doors. So it kind of has this pattern on the inside, and then the outside is black. Holy sh! That was the biggest bee. So we absolutely love these. We'll link them down below. And while I'm talking about The Wonderful, one other thing that they just came out with that we absolutely love are these front floor mats. We absolutely love them. Again, that's by The Wonderful, so those will be linked down below. We did our nice custom window frames in white oak. As you can see, everything in this van, we did a lot of white oak touches, and I love it. Now, while we're talking about the white oak, the finish that we did on all the white oak throughout is actually called Rubio in the smoke color. So it kind of deposited a little bit of white and almost whitewashed the white oak to kind of kill those yellow and orange undertones that white oak can get if you just clear coat it. And it's a 0% VOC product, and it's a monocoat, so it has this nice matte finish. And then on the ceiling, we did the gray plywood backer in between instead of doing black to keep it lighter and brighter in here. Let's talk about the kitchen. One of my favorite features of this kitchen is this farmhouse style sink. It has a really great finish on it, and it's even deeper. So I believe this is 8 inches deep, and it's still 15 by 15 farmhouse style. And like I said, better finish on it. It's not gonna stain or anything like that. We've got our Corian solid surface countertops. I absolutely love how clean and beautiful this turned out, and just how seamless it is. We don't have tile, we don't have grout we need to worry about, and it just looks beautiful, really easy to clean, and just functional overall. We have a nice brass gold fixture for our faucet. It does have the nice pull down feature, and then just a lot of storage. We have a lot of drawers in here for storage, which are very functional and big, and then upper cabinet storage. So in here is kind of like our pantry items. We've got some dishes. I need to load up the food section for our trip today. Now up here, actually, while this is open, I'll show you, this is a switch for our stereo system. So we did do built-in speakers into the end of this cabinet, the front cabinet, and the back doors. So this, if we want to play music while we're just hanging out somewhere, you can switch this on and you don't have to have the van on. And then we put our S-Bar diesel heater controller up here. In our kitchen, we also have a 49-liter isotherm fridge. It is small, but on the other side, we have a 55-liter drawer freezer. The freezer has been amazing for road trips with the kids because, I don't know about you, but we have picky toddlers who love chicken strips and French fries and ice cream when they're camping. So now, before we jump into that cabinet back here, let's talk about the bathroom. This is our kind of standard wet bath with a few changes. So first things first, you'll notice the beautiful tile feature wall. This is real tile, and we decided not to do tile in the full thing, even though we could, because this is a 3500 Sprinter, because we just kind of wanted to keep it a little bit more simple. We did a custom tile shower pan, and I was going for spa vibes in this van, so I love the more neutral wall with the bigger format vinyl tile with the smaller feature wall, and then the pebble little shower pan tile I love. It turned out so pretty. And then of course the brass gold fixtures throughout, and we kept those simple and minimal, and I think it just looks really clean. We have our separate urine diverting toilet in here. So the number 1 pee goes into a holding tank under the van. Number 2, you can put a bag in the back, has a little clip back there that you can put the bag in and then tie it up, throw it away. We have the Nautilus self-cleaning retractable door. I decided to keep it simple with this design because we have a lot of other things going on. On the exterior of the bathroom walls, I decided not to do white paint there either. You'll kind of notice it's this creamy color, and this is actually Roman clay. So it's a textured kind of wall paint material that you put on, and I then clear coated over it so it's got a nice matte finish on it and will stay nice and clean. So that is featured here and on the wall by the front seat. And again, it's kind of a off-white creamy color because I wanted to break up some of the white throughout the van. As far as flooring goes, we also switched it up there because we didn't want to do a wood looking floor. So I wanted to keep it lighter overall, and the floor actually ties in perfectly with the color of the Roman clay. And this is a Lawn Seal marine grade sheet vinyl flooring. And I just love how it keeps the floor nice and light because we have so many wood elements throughout. Moving toward the back of the van, I already mentioned we have this nice isotherm freezer. We have a nice storage closet space, which is where we put all of our clothing in packing cubes. Up top, we have our electrical panel as well as a little bit of storage off to the side. And down below, we have a little like cubby storage spot down there, but the wheel well does come into play, so we had to build the cabinet around that. Now moving all the way to the back, the most important fun part of this van, we've got our convertible table bed area back here with a bamboo table. And for reference, I'm 5'6". I can actually pretty much stand up without hunching over too much. So it's pretty comfy and cozy back here with the kids. They can obviously get in and out really easily. I absolutely love the white oak window frames, again tying in that wood element back here but keeping it lighter, keeps it nice and beachy. And this converts to an almost king size bed at night, but during the day Happijac is up and we can all hang out back here, which has been really awesome. And you'll also notice we did our benches in white oak, again same reason, because we didn't want paint that was all scuffed up down here. We kept it minimal with the trim, and I think it turned out really nice.
Let's talk about a few of the fun things we did to this 2022 170 extended 3500 rear wheel drive Mercedes Sprinter. Yes, that is a mouthful, but I've been practicing. On all of our rear wheel drives, one of the big things we like to do is the 2-inch lift kit from Van Compass. What that allows is better clearance, and it also just looks awesome. We also upgraded the rear leaf springs, which is why the back of this thing is up so high. It looks like an all-wheel drive, even though it is only the 2-wheel drive. Why did we only get a 2-wheel drive? Because realistically, that is how we are going to be using this vehicle. We're not going to be driving up to the mountain resorts in the winter for skiing and snowboarding in it, so we really prioritized only having the rear wheel drive Sprinter. We also beefed up and replaced the rear shocks and bump stops. Again, that is one of the kits from Van Compass. On the exterior, we love to do our rust prevention treatment. That is that truck bed spray that we do on the rear bumper, front bumpers, grille, along the sides, behind the plastic panels, over the plastic panels, and of course, after we cut in things like the vent fan and 12-volt AC unit on the roof, we also do a color match truck bed spray so that the roof of our van is rust proof before we put our Luminous double loop low profile roof rack on. We've got 320 watts of solar on our roof that feeds into battery system that is powered by Battleborn batteries. We have 2 GC3, that's 270 amp hours times 2, so 540 amp hours of lithium battery power that is connected to our 3000 watt inverter charger from Victron. And we also charge by driving with 2 Orion 30 amp DC to DC chargers, so we're pulling about 60 amps of charging from our alternator when we are driving. We added 4 windows to the back of our Mercedes Sprinter. 3 of them are the glue-in OEM flat glass windows like you see here in the back that gives us that really nice picture frame-esque window from the inside. We also added a T-vent window into our sliding door. We've got our luminescence ladder to access up top because we are carrying things like a 4-person inflatable boat to take the boys out on the water when we go on our camping trips. And again, we added a window by their seat in the back this time. And as you can tell, it looks completely black. That is because we black out all of the walls in the bathroom area that comes into this window so that you don't see any of that. What you see when you look in is just the inside of the van. And we've even added on all of these windows a ceramic tint that helps with UV penetration so that it stays cooler in our van even when we don't have our window covers up. Now on the outside, we also added an exterior light package from Baja Designs. So we have a small Baja Designs light pod on each side of the van and 2 in the back. We've added the LP4s. This is a grill mount from Van Compass. I love the way that this looks. It's seamless right there on the sides of the Mercedes symbol. And we have a 30-inch Baja Designs light bar on the front. Now, what I love about these Baja Designs lights is they also have an amber backlit running function. We've also added our standard running boards onto the side, and we upgraded our wheels and tires. We added the Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires, and these are a new wheel that we have not done on a 3500 before. This is a Method 3500 Sprinter wheel in matte black. I think they look awesome. They're also rated for super heavy weight, which is what we've got here in this 3500 Sprinter. One of our favorite features of the van that we have been using all the time, from the Overland Expo to our camping trips with the boys, is our powered Dometic 12-foot awning. We're not going to put it out right now because we're up at Lucky Peak outside of Boise. It's actually pretty windy up here today, but it does have a wind sensor on it, so it would retract automatically if it got too windy. But we love having these powered awnings, and it's one of the things that a lot of our clients are asking for lately.
Now let's talk about how beautiful this van is back here. So I brought in the Roman clay back here with the kind of wing trim of the Happijac, and then we tied in the white oak, trimming it out on the inside. We actually didn't slat it or do any kind of trim design other than just framing it out and trimming it. And I actually love the way that it's just super clean and simple. So we've got a nice little access here. Normally we put all of our camp chairs and equipment back here. We've got our outdoor mat. We've got our extension cord and our potable water fill hose. We can access our tank here. Again, we've shared this in a lot of van tours. We are not huge fans of cutting anything on the outside of the van that isn't necessary. And then underneath the van, on the passenger side, we have our short power plug. Now let's get to the really fun part, which is lowering down this bed and showing you guys the true awesomeness of this van. I was a little hesitant about this layout at first, but I absolutely love it. And let's go inside and show you how it works. So, now for the fun part, I'm not going to convert this bottom section right now. It looks like when this is also a bed down below. Just hit a button and here comes our second bed. So we can store this little ladder that kind of telescopes and collapses down in our closet. Pull it out, hook it up to the bed. I gotta take my shoes off. No shoes in beds, people. And climb on up. And here we are, super comfy and cozy. I have slept up here, and though it looks tight, it's actually not bad, and I slept so well the nights that we've done this. I could probably lower it a little bit more and smush, you know, Alex down there. Just kidding, we're not smushing anybody here. But hopefully enjoyed this tour. We are gonna be doing a little family vlog trip with our kiddos in this van, so be sure to subscribe, stick around, and we'll see you guys next time.